Ever wondered how Elon Musk manages to run all those companies? Kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
You sent us this YouTube video, Elon Musk's Billionaire Habits, 10 Secrets to Success. We're going to, see if there's anything to these so-called secrets.
It's interesting how the video tries to like present these habits as a recipe for success.
Totally. Like, oh, if we just copy what Elon does, we'll all be billionaires. But is it that simple?
Probably not. But let's see what they say.
Okay, so hit us with the first secret.
It starts with embrace a growth mindset. They talk about how Musk is always learning. There's this quote, I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better.
It makes sense. I mean, look at what he does. Electric cars, space travel, that's got to be nonstop learning.
Exactly. And they say, actually set aside time for it to, actively try to improve your skills.
So it's like make learning a habit, not just something you do like once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, habit number 2. Think big and take risks.
Ooh, that sounds very Elon. But how do you actually think big? It seems kind of vague.
Right. The video even has Musk saying, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor.
Mm.
But they also say it's not just like blind faith. You have to really know your stuff.
So informed risk-taking, not just like jumping off a cliff and hoping for the best.
Exactly. Like with SpaceX, he's not just trying to make rockets a little bit better. He wants to change the whole game.
Okay, I'm liking this. What's next?
Habit number 3 is where things get real. Work tirelessly and then just work like hell.
Whoa. Okay, intense. So we all just need to become workaholics.
Well, they do talk about Musk working crazy hours, like 80, 100 a week, but that's not realistic for everyone and probably not healthy either.
No kidding. So how do we apply this without burning ourselves out?
It's about focus, I think. Like making the most of the time you do work, figuring out what's really important, and really going for it.
So working smarter, not just harder.
Right. And there's this other part, resilience. They say building anything worthwhile takes time, and you're going to hit some bumps along the way.
Yeah. Got to be able to handle those setbacks. Speaking of which...
Habit number 4, embrace failure as a learning opportunity.
Okay, thank goodness. So it's okay to mess up sometimes.
They actually use the example of SpaceX's early rocket tests. A lot of those, they exploded very publicly.
Yeah, I think I remember that. So how do you go from those kind of failures to, actually learning something?
Musk said this, failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough.
It's like those failures are how you figure out how to get it right.
Exactly. The video says it's about analyzing what went wrong. Like, what could you have done differently?
Turn those oops moments into learning moments. I like it. What's next?
This one's kind of deep. Focus on first principles thinking.
Ooh, fancy. What does that even mean?
It's about, questioning everything, not just accepting the way things are done. Like, why is it done that way? Could there be a better way?
So don't just follow the recipe. Figure out why it works in the first place.
Exactly. And that can lead to some really different thinking. They give the example of Musk and electric cars. He didn't just try to improve gas engines. He was like, what's the best way to power a car, period? And that took him down a totally different path.
Yeah, sometimes you got to break the mold to really innovate.
Totally. Okay, ready for habit number 6.
Hit me with it.
Prioritize long-term vision over short-term gains.
This is huge for Musk, right? I mean, look at SpaceX. Going to Mars, that's not exactly a quick return on your investment.
Definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme, but how do we, normal people, use that kind of thinking?
It's about, what really matters to you. What kind of impact do you want to make? And being okay with maybe not seeing the results right away.
Playing the long game. I like it. What's next?
Number 7 is all about teamwork. Build and lead high-performing teams.
Because even Elon Musk can't do it all by himself. Nope. The video actually quotes him saying, talent is extremely important. It's like a sports team. The team that has the best individual players will often win, but then there's a multiplier from how those players work together and the strategy they employ.
So it's not enough to just hire smart people. Got to get them all working together.
Yeah, create an environment where everyone can, do their best work.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
Number 8 is stay adaptable in a rapidly changing world. And I think that's more important than ever, right?
For sure. I feel like everything is constantly changing these days.
Right. And they talk about how Musk has had to pivot so many times, like from PayPal to Tesla to SpaceX, always adapting to new tech, new markets.
So it's not just about keeping up. It's about being out in front, ready for what's next.
Exactly. And that takes a lot of, confidence, believing in yourself, even when things get tough.
Which brings us to...
Habit number 9, maintain unwavering self-belief.
Okay, that sounds great, but how do you actually do that? Especially when, everyone's a critic these days.
The video talks about how, even with all the crazy stuff Musk has done, there have been so many people saying, he's wrong, he's going to fail.
Oh, I'm sure. So how do you tune them out?
They quote him saying, if you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day, otherwise it's not. Basically, it's about choosing to be optimistic.
So, focus on the positive, even when things look bleak.
Exactly. It's a choice,
Yeah.
You got to believe in yourself, even when no one else does.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired. Hit me with the final habit.
This one's a good one to end on. Solve important problems.
Okay, so what does that mean in the context of, Elon Musk?
It's like, yeah, he's ambitious, he wants to build cool stuff, but a lot of it comes down to trying to make the world better.
Like with climate change, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or, making space travel more accessible. He's trying to solve problems that affect all of us.
That's pretty cool. But most of us aren't, building rockets in our garage. So how do we apply this in our own lives?
I think it's about finding something you care about, something that feels important to you, and using your skills to make a difference, even if it's on a smaller scale.
So it's like find your passion and use it to make the world a better place.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be, solving world hunger, but find something that matters to you and go for it.
Okay, I like that. So we've gone through all 10 of these billionaire habits. Kind of makes me want to rewrite your to-do list, right?
Right. But it's good to remember, this is just one video's take on Elon Musk. It's not like a guaranteed formula for success.
Definitely not. But even if we don't all end up launching rockets, I think there's some good stuff here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like the importance of learning, taking risks, being resilient.
And believing in yourself, even when it's tough.
Exactly. And, maybe that's the biggest takeaway. You don't have to be Elon Musk to achieve great things.
Totally. But you do have to, put in the work, have a vision, and never give up.
Well said.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this. The video we talked about today, it focuses a lot on Elon Musk, the individual. But it got me thinking, he's not doing all this alone, right? There's got to be a whole team of amazing people behind him.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it's cool to think about these habits, but also remember that success is often a team effort. It's about, finding your people and working together to make something awesome happen.